A little treat for your auntie.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the man... Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting table.
Revelio.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your man...
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next will be...
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here. Plant the seeds there now.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to... You'll find that some plants... The cabbages do get testy.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. Come back and see me when you're finished.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Liam. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good.
Revelio.
But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and... not saying you can't go it alone.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and Deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. You get the idea. Anyway, we, take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
That helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is... well...
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damn hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as... Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
I need someone to lend me
Revelio.
Someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in...
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he do.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new... Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents... Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I was impressed that you were able to answer.
Oh,
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
you must simply have a knack for potion making. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Speaking of stars, we'll be in a...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his...
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary... I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth...
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Listen.
Hi.
You...
I'll get you the Fruiper Feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fruit feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I...
Remember, precision is key.
Revelio.
Should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
Here's the Fruiper Feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! You should get back to brewing your...
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
And now we add the Mallow Sweet and...
Revelio.
What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it!
Dragon Tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice...
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're unusual.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potion. In addition to having a solid... Pay particular attention. Now, I recommend that you... That'll be all.
Revelio.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Dismissed.
Greetings, young Slytherin. Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor Fig. Scrope can help you. And you can help Scrope.
Revelio.
Not past the pendulum. If you don't know it, you'll see it easy enough. And don't tell anyone what you're up to. Especially Professor Black.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent...
Well done. Pay close attention. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Accio! Expelliarmus! Lumos! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Still at it, I see.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do. What is it?
I wondered, did you attend Hogwarts?
I did. I am a proud member of Ravenclaw House. Why do you ask?
I was curious as to how Hogwarts has over the years.
I see. Well, the castle itself, as I'm sure you have some...
Time itself? I never would have imagined such a thing.
Ah, well, it...
An unspeakable. What does...
As you might suspect. Now, I hope I've...
You have. Thank you for speaking with me, Professor.
Keep up with your wand work. One must always be...
Expelliarmus! Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Revelio. Protego! Lumos! Revelio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Accio! Reparo! Levioso! Revelio. Scrope? Who is Scrope?